Alright, we have the second Dawn Trail story quest about to start here, but I happen to pop a couple of my... This is Wind-Up Herois. I believe this is supposed to be Vana. I honestly do not remember where the name Herois comes from at all, but that's Vana as far as I'm aware. Little cutie. She has been added to my favorites, so it'll be in this minion cycle, minion roulette. And this story quest is called Bountiful Ruins, level 90, given to us by Tataru. We are still in Mordana, the Diamond Forge. Let's go. As the former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best places to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Thavnair, I suggest you explore your options at Radz-at-Han, the finest drinking establishment in Radz-at-Han. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of the local tale-tellers, but also share with you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now, I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Mercy, and may fair fortune find you. She gives a little wave. She walks out of out of this shop. Is there do I have a fast way of getting there? 908. Alright. Let's say... Oh, those are all something different, aren't they? Yeah. These are all like, hard mode. Where? Oh, so that's not the one. That's not helpful at all. Okay. That's not helpful either. Okay. Let's say we want to figure out how to get from Mordana to Thavnair. I guess you just have to teleport. Okay, fine. Sad. It's less than 1,000, but still annoying. I'm a miser. I like to save as much as I can, dang it. Alright, and we can't mount here, but we are just going straight up that way, so we'll... I looked up what a rotation might look like for Pictomancer. It's sort of more interesting to me than Viper, but I also don't know Viper very well, or at all either, really, so... I've maybe run with... I don't think I've ever run with a Pictomancer, but I'm pretty sure I've run dungeons with a Viper. If I have run with a Pictomancer, I have not noticed, but... It looks interesting. Possibly complicated. You have to spend your white paint or whatever. Here's Malil. This may be the woman who was serving us the last time we were here, and giving us information and being helpful. Welcome back to Radz-at-Han. Oh, hello. I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table. I go into whatever I'm explaining or asking. Ruins beneath the Bounty? Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian in fact, who could tell you all about it. Are these all going to be timed? Like, I have to be really quick with it? Because that sucks. Is that going to just be the norm now? There's some dancers fighting on the stage. Ah, there he is. Professor Jolene. I thought I saw him come in. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mahane's unique beverages. It's a blonde man reading a book. Offer him any drink from our selection, and he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy for him is on the house, by the way. If Mareed found out I took coin from Thavner's savior, she would have me scrubbing pots for a week. I really don't like this. Can I turn it off? Can I make it click? I really don't like it. I don't like to be rushed. Not gamepad. Open Windows 30? What does that mean? This isn't a browser. What Windows? Oh, whatever. I don't think there's a way to set it to have to click for progression through dialogues. It seems to be just like they decide, oh, these ones you have to click, these ones you don't, and screw you. I guess you'll just be surprised by it. It's so dumb. Freaking dumb. Change things that don't need to be changed. Yeah, smart move, man. So Jalene is, or Jalheen is blonde-haired, well, actually kind of older, so maybe like silver-haired. He got a silver beard and mustache, glasses, reading a book, red robes, black undergarments, like black undershirt kind of thing. Yes? The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any, but yeah, that's fine. Begin speaking with Jalheen, sorry. Cutscene back. I already have my headshot off still. So you have to be quick on this one. Of course. And what may I do for you, my Eorzean friend? The waitress comes up behind me, but my options are, I want to ask you about the sunken vault in the Bounty, or oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink freely offered. Cutscene fades to black. Here we are, one of Mareed's finest. Enjoy. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Still black screen. Jolene empties the cup in a single pull. Wow, yeah. That was very kind of you, miss, but I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? I explain. Oh, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Al-Zadal? He was Khan of the Ari tribe which sailed to Thavner from the mainland and a key figure in the history of Radz-at-Han. Cutscene goes black again. We're on a flashback of sorts, a treasure trove. His decision to aid the Arkosardra is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajazura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Radz-at-Han III, who was known for his deeds as satrap in Radz-at-Han's earlier days. We're back to present. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first blood. Then there is a tale of a sunken vault, the one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Radz-at-Han III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the Bounty. There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Radz-at-Han, folk would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hardy souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Can I stop it? Is there a way to stop it? Shit! Whoa, no! stupid. I think he was basically asking me to buy him another drink. Like, would you perhaps be willing to buy me another drink so I can? I'd be happy to continue my tale. I don't know what it said, but I'm so annoyed. I thought I'm stupid. Anyway, my options are Milil, another round for the professor, or that wasn't enough. Milil, another round for the professor. Ah, I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. Another for the professor. Black screen. Oh, today was a splendid day to visit the Mahane. Gulps down the newest drink with gusto. He looks a little bit more frazzled. Where were we? Yes, those who did return from seeking the treasure vault flatly refused to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. He hiccups here and there, like his body. That reminds me of something Azaham was saying. Azahama's fellow connoisseur of spirituous potables. Yes. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't been seen since he set sail, I hear, but he did have. I can say no more. No, I can say no more. You seem a generous lot. What kind of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my word sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. My options are I am no stranger to peril, or I think I've heard enough. I am no stranger to peril. Massive varieties of peril. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale then. What manner of dangers have you faced? Well, yeah. Cutscene goes black. The very edge of existence? From anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it, but I'd recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. A drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. Milil, more of the same, if you please. Black screen right now. As you wish, but this one is your coin, Professor. Jolene drains yet another cup dry. He is on it now, swaying, having trouble keeping his head up. But he might be out of information. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Azam's, he was desperate to buy a treasure map, one which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. Seems he could only get it from some merchant. What's his name? I don't have time in these to... Bah, I forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my new best friend. Milil, more drinks. My options are say nothing or signal for water instead. Signal for water instead. I don't know what the signal is for water, but I wink to Milil. She nods, apparently knowing. Winks back. It's cute. It's a cute little signal. Your drink, sir. Ah, marvelous. I am parched. Can't even taste the alcohol. Jolene gulps down the cup of water. Poof, that was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? Psh, that's probably for the best. Very kind of you. Really, my head will certainly thank you in the morning. Is that what they think drunk people sound like? Saying certainly instead of certainly? Whatever. I seem to have overindulged. I am put in mind of the words of Master Jalzam. Be wary of how much you drink, you swallow, lest it swallow you. Joao. Forgive me, I will subject you to no more of these unseemly antics. If you want to speak with Azama, well, as I said, we shared taste for the Mahane's fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Julius is to find out more to find Azama. I don't like this timed thing. It's really annoying. I want to, can I stop it from happening? Please. Final Fantasy 14. Stop the dialogue boxes timer. Pressing the spacebar during a cutscene will toggle text auto advance on or off? Really? Press triangle. I don't have to, I'm not on a freaking PS4 or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna try spacebar the next time it starts to have like the not the beginning of whatever like when I'm nearing the end of reading it aloud. Maybe I did that accidentally and I just never noticed. But some dialogue stuff I have the option to click and some I don't. Azama is near the front with a lady named Darfi. They're watching the dancers dance on stage, and I mean, literally mean like the dancer class. They have their chakrams. Chakrams, yeah. But anyway, continue. Oh yes, I'm Azama. Who might you be? I explain. All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Al-Zadal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault, and that look in his eyes. I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting Al-Zadal III's otherworldly hoard, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. So I will tell you what my friend told me, how he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zasal, Z-A-Sam-Sam-H-A-L, Zashal, maybe, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route, but my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. With what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the Bounty, and within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Al-Zadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. He walks off, we get a cutscene. I'm going to try the spacebar trick. We are in the bazaar. There's some cool lights overhead, multiple colors of the stalls and fabrics and whatnot. We see...
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
Ha! It worked! Yes! Yes, I want to disable that stupid crap. Thank you. Thank you, Internet. This guy kind of looks like Nero, who's selling the
What's
map.
all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
This is like a youngish boy, like maybe early teens at best.
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake?
Zashal is a sort of slicked back, but also kind of like up in the front. Slicked back, kind of blondish hair. Human. Yeah.
What have you to offer in payment?
A couple earrings. Just hoops. The young boy is angry at that.
As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Al-Zadal III, one of the great satraps of Radz-at-Han, and a direct descendant of Al-Zadal Khan.
The crowd is...
A map to Al-Zadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the Bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
The boy
Oh, cruel fate!
falls to his knees.
Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map.
Oh, he's acting.
Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
He's definitely acting. He's in on it. Who do I see that I recognize? Estinian. Not in Dragoon garb, but I think
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
Zasal seemed to follow my eyesight as I recognized Estinian in the crowd, and he is now zoned in on Estinian talking to him.
A fortune, you say?
Estinian's kind of wearing raggedy clothing, not like, just like middle class, just nothing special. He's got his lance on his back though.
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
Says the young boy.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
He proffers a bag of like a little tied sack, theoretically with gold in it. Seems we have a deal. Estinian is handed the map. And I approach Estinian. Hey, bud.
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure.
I'm not wearing...
Why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
I'm not wearing the clothing that Tataru gave me. I like my red mage gear too much, but I explain what I'm doing here.
Ruins beneath the Bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
Weird. Strange, huh?
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
We walk away.
And now I fleece one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Fleeced means scammed, if you haven't heard that word before. The young boy who was his accomplice, wow.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
The young boy seemed not to like that information. Like, I don't want to fleece the hero of the final days, kind of like that kind of face. All right. Well, I'm looking at my options here. Thank you, Internet, by the way, for alerting me that I could turn off the auto text, because that would have stopped. That would have driven me crazy. It was already driving me crazy. I was really annoyed I couldn't stop it from happening, but thank Bob. Boom boom, me say ayo ayo, chicka boom boom bum bum jump bump. I am having a dilemma of sorts, or just like a kind of more like a thing that I don't know where to go from here. So like, I'm getting my a welding certificate of sorts. I'm in welding school. I've learned over the months that it's not directly going to lead to high-paying, awesome jobs. I'm probably gonna have to start join a union and start from scratch. But if I find a fabrication shop that's just like hiring, I can prove that I know. I'm not going to prove that I'm perfect because I don't have nearly enough time under the hood, as they call it. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the next step really is going to be. Like, where do I want to work? Being an underwater welder would be cool as heck, but it's like 75% of underwater welders get some kind of an injury over the course of their career that is big, and I'd like to be able to play with my kids and, toss a ball around and jog with them. So I don't think that's gonna be my route, but fabrication would be cool. Working for myself would be cool. Like building little things here and there, tables, handrails. I don't know. Alright. My options are, you seem eager to be underway, or I never took you for a treasure hunter. I never took you for a treasure hunter.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days.
Yep.
I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
I forgot about that.
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
Yeah. He's a good kid. Young adult? I don't know.
Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Yep.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not. You are coming along, yes?
He holds the rolled up map out to me. I was shocked for a second. And my options are naturally, or shall we split the expenses? Naturally. I would probably rather say you bet your butt I am.
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
After an extremely boring first quest in this expansion, it's getting better. We see the young boy looking at us walking off and kind of like thinking to himself, like, what? Should I say something? We have Estinian to continue the quest. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavner at Vritra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast, and made his proposal once I was too full of Hannish delights to refuse. He wished me to train the Radiant Host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or a trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsya is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akiali and see if he can help us. I remember Matsya. Let's just teleport if I can. 215, sure. I got 6 million. I mean, I am a person that likes to save money wherever, whenever I can. So I mean, look, is what it is. We head west along the beach. Got some adamantoise, like big old turtle guys. They're not massive. They're big dome-shaped turtle shell guys. But they're not oh, ether current. I'll grab that. You know, if you see one, grab it. It's my my rule for everything. Not really. But for ether currents, certainly. Because you don't want to spend the extra time that might be, oh, okay, I just want to go here. That might be required here and there. Like, you do all the quests, but then you have to, like, run around grabbing the currents that are just physically on the land. No. Stupid. Just grab it when you can. Hey, Matsya. Cutscene. Cutscene. My friends, what brings you to our humble village? I explain. And continue to explain. So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins? Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here, and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. And he turns and runs off. The boy is following us. He's looking at us from like around the corner of a building. Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Estinian is in full dragoon garb aside from the helmet. Still helmetless. The camera zooms in on the boy's hiding place and he walks out from it. He's been caught. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far out of our way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beast? He runs to us. I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavner? You are. I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Zashal, you see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done and beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would never have. Well, we'd be. Enough. I knew your game, and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. He looks to me. I pat my chest. You are kind to overlook the wrong I have done you, but there is more you need to know. Estinian crosses his arms. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Zashal selling the information to another customer. He told that man where he needed to search, about the ruins, about the vault, about everything. Then the man sailed out to find his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you, maybe even a whole army. I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us there is little we cannot overcome. Please, I cannot bear the thought of... Estinian kind of gives me like, what do you want to do? Motion. My options are, we could invite our comrades. We might need a hand in moving the treasure. Or now that you've gone and made him cry. Now you've gone and made him cry. I give it like a stern finger wagging kind of. I did not. That was not my intention. Oh, very well. Assuming we do find this treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carrying. Any ideas on whom to approach? The Scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. My options are Thancred and Urianger, Alphino and Alasay, Grahatia and Kryl, or Y'shtola. I know that, well, Thancred and Urianger could be anywhere, I believe. Alphino and Alasay, I believe they went home, so they'd be kind of close-ish by. I don't know. This is stupid. Why am I choosing? Y'shtola could be anywhere. Alphino and Alasay? I don't know, dude. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Does it matter? Little Lord Alphino and his sister, were they not bound for Garlemald? They have far more important matters to attend to than delving for trinkets. Well, then why make me... Thancred and Urianger. Thancred and Urianger, eh? Those two would answer our call, certainly, but they left the Rising Stones with a definite task in mind, and I am loath to interrupt their self-appointed mission. Grahatia and Kryl, then. This is stupid. Just tell me what they're doing without me clicking. Aye, Kryl may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease? Yes, if that man is as strong as you... Is he, though? Strong, I mean? I nod to him. What is your name, boy? Merad, sir. It's Mary E-H-R-A-H Delta. Merad. Well, Merad, your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do, but what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two grubby orphans. He walks a little bit off, but wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. Call me Estinian. Bountiful Ruins is complete. We get an item level 630 chest, which is a weapon coffer chest. So we're going to get ourselves a new weapon. I do tend to give that to my tank to make tanking easier, so I make my parties hate me less when I do have to tank in a dungeon or trial, but we'll see what I do with it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I should be able to make one more before I lose my voice. I feel it kind of coming on for some reason. But I will see you next time soon.